Let's talk about something that doesn't usually make sense on paper, a pair of headphones that costs under 500 ringgit, but is somehow trying to play in the same space as Sony, Bose, and Apple. This is the CMF Headphone Pro. So first impressions, y'all gotta be thinking, wait, why is this so cheap? Now the CMF Headphone Pro has been out for quite some time, so this is like a long-term review of how I feel about it. It is priced at 429 ringgit right out of the box. This doesn't feel like a budget product. I've got the ear cup swapped to another color. This has a signature nothing design language. Very minimal, slightly playful, a bit different, but not in a way that screams cheap. You've got the interchangeable ear cushions, tactile control, and honestly, one of the more unique control setups I've used on headphones. This feels intentional, not like a cut down product, but like a product designed to hit a price. These are not audiophile headphones. Let's just make it clear, they're not trying to compete with something like a Sony WH-1000XM series or Bose Quiet Comfort Ultra in pure detail. They sound shockingly good for the price. The slightly bassy forward tuning, warm, easy listening profile, enough clarity for vocals and podcasts, wide enough soundstage to not feel boxed in. Most reviews also agree that the sound is fun, energetic, and very listenable, even if it's not ultra precise or studio grade. That's exactly what most people want. This is the kind of headphone that you would throw on for Spotify, YouTube, Netflix, and just enjoy. Now, is the noise cancellation on this good? It is good, but not flagship kind of good. CMF claims up to 99% of noise reduction under lab conditions, but in real life, it cuts out constant noise, fans, aircon, plane hums. It struggles more with voices and sudden sounds. Transparency mode exists, but it isn't class leading. So if I were to compare this to the Bose or the Sonys, they're not even close. But if I were to compare them to the price, actually impressive. This is where you start to feel the difference between a 400-ish ringgit versus 1,500-ish ringgit headphones. Okay, for the battery, it is ridiculous. This is where things gets kind of insane. Up to 100 hours without ANC, around 50 hours with ANC. That is not just good. That's better than most flagship headphones. Even premium models from Sony or Bose don't come close to this level of endurance. But in real world use, you charge this once and forget about it for weeks. Trust me. Now, the controls and app experience, how it actually feels to use, because this is where CMF does something different. Instead of relying heavily on the app, most of the experience is built into the headphones themselves. Like we can see a physical roller for volume, which is super satisfying, a customizable button, the energy slider for bass or treble adjustments is superb. Now, real talk, the app is simple, not super deep, not super powerful, just enough to tweak things. That's kind of the point. You don't need to open your phone every single time. You just adjust things on the fly, physically. That said, the energy slider on this thing sounds cooler than it actually is. Now, for comfort and daily use, these are very, very lightweight, cushioned, and easy to wear for very long sessions. Some of you might feel that if you wear this for a long time, do you feel fatigue on your ears? It's actually very, very comfortable. You can wear this for hours. The clamp force is reasonable, ear cups are soft, and overall, this is a daily driver kind of headphone. Not luxurious, but very, very usable. So the headbands, it was a little tight in the beginning, but once you start wearing it, it actually becomes slightly loose. The thing that I have with this headphone is that if I wear it on me, it makes my face look really huge. I think it's because of this headbands right here. It's slightly wide. So if you have like a big face, probably you should take note on that. But if you have a small face, this is perfect. Now, let's be clear. If I were to take the CMF Headphone Pro and go against certain flagship headphones, this does not beat the flagship headphones. Like if we were to compare it to Sony, Bose, or even Apple, the sound is less detailed. It has weaker ANC, less refined overall. But here's the twist. At 1/3 or even 1/4 of the price, it delivers maybe 70 to 80% of the experience, and that's what makes it dangerous. Because suddenly the question becomes, do I really need to spend 1,500 ringgit on a headphone? Is it worth it? Short answer, yes, ridiculously worth it. Long answer would be the CMF Headphone Pro is not trying to be the best headphone out there. It is trying to be the smartest buy, and it absolutely nails that. Great sound for the price, insane battery life, unique and tactile controls. This is perfect and solid for everyday usability. But with just a few compromises, like the ANC isn't elite, the app is pretty basic, some features feel more like ideas than essentials. So this is one of those products that shifts the market, not because it's perfect, but because it makes everything else look expensive. If you want the best, go flagship. But if you want the best value, this might be it. That's all for today's long-term review on the CMF Headphone Pro. It's 2026 now. I assume that we will be seeing a newer version of the CMF Headphone Pro, maybe CMF Headphone Pro 2. But this set a pretty high benchmark for budget-friendly ANC headphones. So let's hope we get to see more from CMF. Till then, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.